Greetings, folks. This is your instructor. I just wanted to make a short video here to talk about Project 2. Just kind of give you some insight into the project, the timeline for the project, and the process, which is a little different than say, Project 1 or Project 3 or 4. Just to begin, I kind of want to talk about kind of the big overview of the class, right? So with the class, what I'm hoping to sort of help instill as far as the writing process is concerned is kind of moving from writing about the self, and writing about experience, right? That's where we start, to getting to doing academic writing, which is heavily research-based and argument-based. And it's really, at least as far as it looks, has very little to do with you. It has to do with the evidence and the arguments and the research and what the findings show and things like that. So that's the process, right? We have to move from the personal to the academic. But along the way, there are some steps we're going to take. And Project 3, for example, is doing research and finding good research that can inform Project 4. But then Project 2 is where we have this opportunity to move from the personal and to get into the professional, right? To think about how we do professional writing that is still about us, but that we maybe want to make seem less about us. So that's really kind of the undercurrent of what we're doing with Project 2. Now, I'll also add that Project 2 for me as an instructor is something a little more experimental. Something I've wanted to do for a while, but I haven't really had an opportunity to, so I developed it and designed it. And I want it to be kind of a quick experience. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. So we're not going to have a drafting process. And what I mean is you're not going to turn it into part 1. You're not going to turn it into second part. Just kind of go and turn the whole thing in. And of course, I'm happy to answer questions and provide any feedback if you have concerns. But I think you'll be fine. And I'm working on a rubric that I'm going to upload to Project 2. I should have that done in the next few days. And that will kind of help guide you as you're doing Project 2. So very quickly, Project 2 is a essay where you're pretending that you're responding to a scenario. Right? So the scenario is you're in an evolutionary biology class, or you're in a biology class, and the professor has given you a 0 on an essay because your essay came back with an 80% plagiarism score. And to be able to redo that essay, you're going to craft an email to the professor explaining the situation and asking for a second chance. That's the hypothetical scenario, right? And so it's designed to be this sort of sandbox where you can play with exactly what you want to emphasize and how you want to emphasize it. And so you've gotten the facts of the case. You're in this class. You turned in an assignment, came back 80% plagiarized. And now you've been given the chance to ask for a second chance, effectively. So that's the email that you're trying to craft. And that's Project 2, right? It's designed to be an experiment where you get to determine how you want to frame things, how you want to phrase them, right? I know what you're trying to ask for, ultimately, but you have to determine how you're going to ask for it and how you're going to set this message up in a way that conveys what you needed to convey to get what you need to get, right? Which is a second chance at turning this essay in. So that's really it for Project 2, right? It's designed to be this sort of experimental, playful opportunity to think about how the writing you do, you have to sit down and determine how every aspect of this professional writing you're going to do serves a particular kind of function to advance a specific point. So that's where you're at with Project 2. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, happy writing.